Welcome into WMUC Sports for the final day of our Big Ten softball tournament coverage. I'm Adam Lipman, joined alongside Peter Kelly. And Peter, this is going to be quite the exciting game. The number 1 seed Bruins taking, or number 1 seed Huskers taking on the number 3 seeded Bruins. As Jordy Frum takes the mound, we are just getting ready for play to start here. Both of these teams have been forging their paths. Such a exciting tournament so far. Both of these squads trying to win it all, get all the glory. Nebraska finishing their warm-ups on the mound. For UCLA, their lineup is just as it's been for the first 2 games of the tournament. Left fielder Riley Slimp leads off. Megan Grant in the 2-hole is in right. Jordan Willery mans first. She's hitting third. Alina Garcia is at short. She's hitting fourth. Bri Alejandra, the third baseman, bats fifth. Hitting sixth, that's Kanaya Bragg. She's at second. Alexis Ramirez will hit seventh. She'll do the catching. Sujin Berry will be the DP. She had a grand slam yesterday. And Jolena Lamar rounds out the order in center. So they'll be taking on Big Ten Pitcher of the Year, Jordy Fromm. And Peter, I mean, what's the goal for the Bruins here in the box today?
Well, Clash of the Titans, first of all. So excited to see Jordy Fromm and Taylor Tinsley go at it. For Jordy Fromm, she pitched one time this year in a start against UCLA. It did not go well in that game of the 3-game series back in March. That was the only game that the Huskers lost. And Fromm gives up 6 runs. She gives up a couple of long balls, one of them to Jordan Willery, who we'll see do up third. For Fromm here, just got to keep pounding the zone. She lives off the fastball, but she's got to get off speed to play off of it. She's got to get the pitches working early, and most importantly, not be afraid to go at this UCLA lineup. You know that you won the series against them before. Just go right at them and attack.
Being on the attack helped her take down Michigan just 2 days ago. Now she'll face Riley Slimp. Saunter on the mound, getting ready for the first pitch of this game. In it comes, and it's going to be in there for a called strike. Firing in the zone early.
Yeah, good to see Jordy Fromm get her pitch in there early. Fromm, the Big Ten Pitcher of the Year, record of 17-4, has pitched to a 1.25 ERA. Those aren't bad numbers, I would say.
Not bad at all. 0-1 comes into Slimp. She'll foul it off, late swing inside on the bat that time. And quickly Fromm's worked her 0-2.
Also important for Slimp here to set the tone offensively. Slimp kind of the third fiddle to the two-headed monster that is Megan Grant and Jordan Willery, but she's been just as fearsome, hitting .460 on the year with 14 bombs out of the leadoff spot.
3 for 4 yesterday with a home run. Fromm looking for a put away. The 0-2 comes in. It's going to be fouled off again. Another late swing there. We'll do it one more time.
Fromm living with the fastball here early on, trying to get it on the hands of Riley Slimp. Righty-lefty matchup, so it's going to play with a little bit more cut inside to the left hitter, Slimp.
Slimp with the platoon advantage, trying to get out of an 0-2 count here. Fromm deals. It's going to be weakly grounded towards short. Kuzak's got it. Throw over to first is going to be in time. 1 out of the inning.
Already you see Riley Slimp a little bit behind some of those fastballs, and that one on the 2-strike count, she shortens up, pokes it the other way to short. Kuzak's right there for it, and one of the shortest gloves in the Big Ten at the 6th position, gets it over to first for the first out.
With 1 away, the infield will move back for the fearsome Megan Grant, arguably the best hitter in the Big Ten. Fromm's ready to go on the attack. First pitch to Grant is going to be chopped over toward first, and it's 1 pitch, 1 out. That's exactly how you take care of one of the Big Ten's best. Suddenly, 2 quick outs for Fromm.
Yeah, Megan Grant was looking for that home run swing to kind of set the tempo here. Instead, she gets over the ball, and Fromm does a nice job keeping it kind of up in the zone so she can't get the uppercut on it. It's 1 hop over to Bella Bacon at first, and an easy play, 2 outs for the Huskers.
Big Ten Player of the Year, Jordan Willery, will try and make something of this inning here. Already 2 away. First pitch from Fromm is going to drop just low and in. First time it's been a first pitch ball to a Bruin.
Numbers can't get much better for Jordan Willery. Big Ten Player of the Year, just named yesterday, hitting over 500 with 33 home runs.
Fromm has her sign from Jesse Farrell. In comes the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be a big cut, swing and a miss. Pulled the change right there. Got a big whiff to get back into this count.
Yeah, Fromm showing off the off-speed for the first time today, and Willery, after coming up empty, gives a little smile to her dugout, says, there it is, that's what we were waiting for. Now she's seen all the offerings, though.
Seen all the offerings. What can she do with them here? 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. In comes the pitch from Fromm. It's going to be weakly grounded back towards the Huskers' dugout. Another pitcher's count for the Nebraska ace.
And this is what she needs to get into early, too. Responding after her start on Thursday and after her start against UCLA didn't go the way that she would have loved. She's going right at this top of this Bruin order.
1-2. Fromm looking for a put-away pitch. Woolery showing bunch. She'll pull it back, and it's going to be lined hard toward right. That ball's going to hang up, though, into the glove of Casey Hoffman. A 1-2-3 frame against the best top three in the Big Ten. Jordy Fromm passes test number 1. We're going to take it to the bottom of the first. Huskers due up to hit in a scoreless game. Stick with us on WMUC Sports. Welcome back for the bottom of the first inning here on WMUC Sports. The Nebraska Huskers hitting for the first time in a scoreless game. First pitch from Taylor Tinsley will be a called strike just inside on her counterpart on the mound, Jordy Fromm. Tinsley has been tasked with starting all of the tournament games for the Bruins so far, trying to bring them to a championship win here. The 0-1 to Fromm will be taken low and out. No bite on that changeup, and I mean, Peter, you'd have to think that Tinsley is a little bit fatigued after having to throw so many innings.
Yeah, all year it's been Taylor Tinsley's way or the highway, making her 40th appearance of the year, her 25th start. Out of those 24 so far, 19 complete games.
1-1 is going to sail high and out. Not the highway yet for Fromm. Pitcher of the year, but an elite two-way player across, really say softball and baseball. Just incredible numbers from the plate. 2-1 comes in. It's going to be weakly grounded over toward third. Alejandre's got to throw across the diamond. Is in time. Leadoff ground out. Tinsley working early.
Good job by Tinsley to go at her pitching counterpart there. You mentioned one of the best two-way players in the country. There's no one doing it at the level that Jordy Fromm is doing it across baseball, softball, really no equivalent in any other sport, but that time she grounds it weakly towards Alejandre. Nice easy throw for out number 1.
Well, I won't underrate that Shohei Ohtani guy, Peter, but regardless, it's going to bring up Hannah Core to the dish for the first time. She socks one toward left, but that ball's going to hang up for Riley Slimp. 1 pitch, 1 out. Almost a near identical inning so far, where it was a leadoff ground out and then a first pitch out to the second hole hitter.
It is identical. 3 pitches to the first hitter to a ground ball on the left side, then a weak fly ball to the outfield on the first pitch to the second hitter. We'll see if Tinsley can repeat history here and deuce the third out to get out of a clean inning.
It's a fly out to right. Someone should make a lot of money. Anna Kemmensen, first pitch to her is going to be in there for a called strike. First pitch fastball ambush from Tinsley. Tinsley's got her sign from Ramirez. It's going to be popped up sky high towards short. Garcia calls for it. She makes the catch. Another 1-2-3 inning. A scoreless first frame. We've yet to see a base runner in this one. We'll take it to the second inning. UCLA, Nebraska, tied at 0. Stay with us on WMUC Sports.
It's like I'm very flexible. Like, take you wherever you want. I would have, if you were upset, I would
Top of the second inning here on WMEC Sports in the championship game of the Big Ten softball tournament. Scoreless here as the Bruins come up to hit one more time. It's going to be 4, 5, and 6 in their order. Shortstop Alina Garcia made the last out of the first. She's up at the plate now. Jordy Fromm is ready to go here. First pitch to Garcia is going to be taken just low and in. Another first pitch ball, just the second time today. The first pitch hasn't found the zone for Fromm. Garcia yesterday worked a walk. She got a bit unlucky lining into an inning-ending double play against Wisconsin. 1-0 comes to her. A big cut swing and a miss. Too early there, trying to ambush the fastball. She'll do a fake motion with her arm, trying to mimic her bat path. Try and right the ship here, 1-1. Infield playing back here for the Huskers. As the 1-1 comes into Garcia, it's going to be just in there for a called strike on the outside edge. I mean, Peter, that's not a pitch that you can really drive if you're Garcia.
No, it's not a bad take there, but now in a 2-strike count, she's got to be ready to see that one again. Can't let anything close get by you here and get a backwards K.
1-2 from looking for that first punch out. In comes the pitch. It's going to be lined hard toward left. That's going to be a base hit. Stopping it there is Hannah Kamensend. First base runner of the game, first hit of the game. Bruins have something brewing early.
I feel like we couldn't even set the scene in that first inning with how quick it was. Just 10 minutes for both Nebraska and UCLA to go up and down. But Alina Garcia takes a different approach here, sends a single into left that gets past the shortstop Kuzak. Now there's one runner aboard for Bri Alejandre.
Alejandre 2 for 3 with a sacrifice fly and a walk. First pitch as she shows bunt, pulls it back. It's going to be a called strike against her. It looked like that was a potential bunt and run there. Runs are going to be so hard to come by with two of the best pitchers in the conference on the mound.
Alejandre, one of 5 Bruins on the first team, all Big Ten, and one of 5 freshmen as well.
0-1 against the third baseman as the pitch from Fromm comes in. It's going to just drop low and in. A tough take there for Alejandre, who had to just squirm out of the way, but count is evened up 1 apiece. So it's Alina Garcia off of first. Bruins trying to score first in this game. 1-1 from Fromm. Will be taken low. Lowest miss of her in this game so far. It's a hitter's count for Alejandre.
Yeah, Fromm doing a lot more lateral movement than vertical. She's keeping it in the general realm of letters to knees, but that time just skipped below towards the ankles.
2-1 trying to rediscover the zone here. The pitch is going to be weakly grounded toward third. That's going to be a tough play for Fromm. Throw over to first. It's going to be errant. It's going to go all the way into right field. Advancing to third, heading home. And scoring is Alina Garcia. Chaos on the base paths gives the Bruins the first run of this game.
Bri Alejandre with one of the shortest hits of her career, puts it probably just 10 feet down the third base side. Only one with a real play is Jordy Fromm, the pitcher, but she throws it into the right field corner. Great awareness from Alina Garcia to be able to go first to home on that. Had her eyes up the whole time, watched her third base coach, and was able to come around and score. Still no outs and a runner in scoring position now with a UCLA lead.
Without their heavy hitters due up, the Bruins have cashed in early. They've got a runner off second, nobody out on Fromm. Kanaya Bragg at the plate here. First pitch, he's going to ground it to short. Kuzak will check the runner back and throw over. A big first out in the inning for Fromm.
Yeah, that's just what the doctor ordered for Jordy Fromm. Getting a quick ground out to the left side in front of the runner, too, so Alejandre doesn't really have a chance to advance, even if she wanted to. Nice strong throw by Kuzak to make sure of that, too, and first baseman Bella Bacon did a nice job coming up strong to make sure that Alejandre didn't advance.
Brings up Alexis Ramirez. Hasn't been able to find her power as much this tournament, but it's still bringing that contact. First pitch to her is going to be just low and in. Bruins trying to double their lead here. They have Bri Alejandre off of second after what was ruled a single and then an E1. 1-0 here on the catcher. Fromm trying to reset. She'll deal here. It'll be just inside again. And first pitch strikes and getting ahead early in counts have not been going Nebraska's way, Peter.
Yeah, Fromm has struggled to establish herself early on, especially in the second inning. The first one was very good, but here in the second, the air maybe flustered her a little bit.
It was her error that allowed Alina Garcia to race from first to home. 2-0 trying to find a strike on Ramirez. It's going to drop in there for just that. Fastball that time getting the job done.
Ramirez homered in the Thursday game that UCLA played. That was against Penn State in a 6-1 win.
2-1 hitters count on the catcher. Fromm will deal. It's going to be fouled off too early and under there. I mean, Peter, what can Ramirez do in the box to adjust after a swing that was so offline like that?
Well, she gets under that one, but I think here on the 2-2, maybe sit fastball, be ready to take it the other way, and that time, if you see a fastball, you can maybe get under a changeup and get it out to left field.
We'll see if she can scoop it here. Fromm looking for a first punch out. Her 2-2 is going to be taken just low and in, almost skipping by Farrell. And it's a full count now, at risk of putting two runners on here.
Smart pitch call by Fromm to go to the inside fastball, making it tough to put the other way, but just too far inside, and now the count's full. Base open at first if you choose to take that route, but she's going to go right at Ramirez.
3-2, trying to get this second out here. The pitch is going to be fouled off toward first and out of the park. We'll do it one more time.
Rise ball there from Fromm that ends up around the eye line of Alexis Ramirez. By the time she made up her decision to swing, it was too late. She pokes it foul, does a nice job to still get the barrel there.
3-2 with Alejandre off of second. Payoff pitch by Fromm is going to be grounded to second. Kamenson's got it. Throw to first is in time. Advancing to third is Alejandre. So another productive out for the Bruins.
Yeah, Nebraska will take the out there, but nice job by Alexis Ramirez to put it on the other side of the infield behind the runner Alejandre so she can just sprint right to third. Sacrifice fly not in play with 2 outs, but Sujin Berry did have a home run yesterday.
It was that grand slam that capped off a 6-run first against Wisconsin. The Badgers' Cinderella run ending against the Bruins last night. First pitch to the DP is going to be a check swing, called strike against her. So it's left on right. That advantage was not always going Berry's way. It did knock her out of the game when Wisconsin brought a left-handed reliever out of their bullpen. 0-1, Fromm trying to limit the damage here. Her next pitch will come in, another check swing, another called strike, and suddenly Berry is down 0-2 in the count.
Berry in her first couple swings going very heavy on the back foot, adjusting her weight to shift back before it explodes forward. I think here she'll be a little bit more level-footed, try to have a standstill swing to just kind of slap one into the outfield.
Trying to double the Bruins' lead here. The 0-2 is going to be fouled off toward left. That ball is going to hang up. Will it be playable? No, it will go off the glove of Hannah Kamensson, who was having trouble tracking it in the sun. And we'll have to see if that could be potentially a costly error for the Huskers.
Yeah, wind has been swirling all weekend, especially over in left field. Camden had a good beat on it, knew it was going to stay in the park. Maybe she had a play on it, but tried to instead go for the over-the-shoulder grab with her glove on her right hand and just clicked off the leather. Still alive, Sujin Berry has a chance to pay.
Berry trying to make the most of that error in left. The 0-2 comes in. It's a big cut, swing and a miss. Fromm doesn't mind the defense. She'll take care of trouble herself. A big first punch out limits the damage to 1, but the Bruins are on the board. They're going to take their lead into the bottom of the second. Huskers due up to bat on WMUC Sports.
Well, no, it's a foul ball. So it's on there. You dropped the foul ball, yeah. It's a foul ball. Yeah, that was. Well, I guess I'm more open to giving errors. But you've got it.
You have to be like,
Look, man.
to give an error on a foul ball, you have to be like, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Yeah, it's just when it goes off the tip of your glove like that, when you're like well positioned, that's where it's slowing down. You know, to each their own. Yeah, no, that's yeah. Ready?
Bottom of the second inning here on WMUC Sports. The UCLA Bruins hold a 1-0 lead over the Nebraska Huskers. Part of their order is going to try and change that here as a called strike will drop in on shortstop Ava Kuzak.
4-5-6 here for Nebraska, who went down quickly in that first inning on just 6 pitches. So it's going to be interesting to see how Tinsley can come back out here, attack right at the heart of this order.
0-1 to Kuzak will be a check swing, called strike against her. Already fallen behind 0-2 in the count. And I mean, Peter, efficiency has to be Tinsley's #1 goal on the mound, considering how many innings she's thrown the last 2 days.
It's a good contrast between Tinsley wanting to be efficient and Kuzak trying to draw out this at-bat, see pitches for her dugout.
0-2, Tinsley looking for a put away. It will be just high and in, almost running into plunk Kuzak. Instead, it'll make it 1-2.
Tinsley's certainly no stranger to the big moment either. Had her second most pitches of the season in that Thursday game against Penn State where she threw 132.
1-2 is a big cut, swing and a miss. Too early on that changeup. A big first punch out for Taylor Tinsley.
That's Tinsley's bread and butter right there. Using those 2 pitches in conjunction, and Kuzak a little bit fooled there. Jesse Farrell up now, and an interesting matchup here between 2 veterans.
First pitch to the veteran catcher will be high and in, ball 1. For Farrell, she's still looking for her big hit. Yesterday, 0 for 3 against Indiana. 1-0 on the catcher. Tinsley will deal. It will be a called strike just in there. Fastball getting the job done that time, and it looks like the fastball has been Tinsley's weapon here to get ahead early.
And it was her weapon against Jessie Farrell the first time. In game 1 of the series between these 2 teams, Jessie Farrell had 4 strikeouts.
1-1 comes in. It's going to be taken low. No bite there that time. And Peter, I think in sharper discipline, knowing the stakes of this game could help avoid the strikeout issue.
Yeah, we'll see if Farrell maybe shortens up here. Still count in her favor with it at 2-1.
So it's a hitter's count for Farrell. Pitch comes in from Tinsley. Going to be taken low and in. 3-1 here. Huskers 1 pitch away from getting their first base runner of the game. Infield back. Lena Garcia ranging over in short. 3-1 from Tinsley is going to be lined toward right. That ball is going to hang up, and it will be caught on a running grab by Megan Grant. don't count out the glove. Megan Grant runs it down.
Looks like for a minute that ball off the bat of Farrell could get down in some green grass in right center, but Megan Grant comes out of nowhere. Makes a nice grab on the run. Didn't have to go all out for it, but still gets there with plenty of time. 2 outs. Nebraska still needs a base runner.
Brings up Samantha Bland. She's having one of the best tournament runs so far for the Huskers as the first pitch to her will sail inside.
Great tournament run indeed. 4 for 5 over Bland's 2 games. Doubled in the Friday game against Michigan. She's got multiple hits in each of her 2 games here in College Park.
Reached base 3 times last game for the Huskers. As the 1-0 will come in, it's going to be lined hard but foul toward third. Too early on it, but she did square it up, Peter. What kind of adjustment can she make with that kind of swing?
I think it's more about the adjustment from Taylor Tinsley here. Fastball is way out in front by Samantha Bland. I think Bland just staying ready, be able to take the fastball the other way, but be able to pull that off speed like she just did.
1-1 on the third baseman. Tinsley looking for another 1-2-3 frame as the next pitch will be a check swing, appeal down to first. No, she did not go. It'll be a hitter's count here for Bland, who it looked like for a moment she stiffed up knowing that that call might go against her. Instead, it's in her favor. The Huskers have something to work with here. 2-1. Tinsley checking for her sign, taking a moment to get it from Ramirez. Pitch comes in. It's going to be taken just at the bottom of the zone for a called strike. It's 2 apiece here with 2 away. Tinsley looking for a second punch out this inning. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Pitch comes in. It's going to be fouled off sky high into the seats. We'll do it again.
Both Tinsley and Bland trying to battle here. Bland trying to extend the inning, get to Tinsley for the first time today, while Taylor Tinsley, if she can get out of the second scoreless, she'll get to the third, turning over the lineup for the UCLA team with the lead.
Bruins just trying to add on. They already lead 1-0. Trying to keep the Huskers off the board. The 2-2 again is going to be weakly popped up toward right. Grant hustling over. She will make the catch. 2 putouts for Megan Grant, and that ends the second inning. Nebraska is still yet to get a runner on, and we'll take it to the third. Bruins still hold a 1-0 lead when we come back.
Good work. Yeah, you're killing it.
You're doing a great show. I mean, you're right next to your time to shine.
I did some Big Ten soccer, so I did both semis with that.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Yeah. So that was a fun experience. Versus Washington, won the national championship.
At least we lost the final of the championship, right?
Right.
We can make the argument with the second best team.
You can make that argument.
You can, technically.
Top of the third here on the campus of the University of Maryland for this Big Ten softball championship between the 1-seed Nebraska Cornhuskers and the 3-seed UCLA Bruins. 2 of the best teams in the country doing battle here in Prince George's County. For myself, Peter Kelly, alongside me, Adam Lipman. So grateful that you're joining us here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Seems like the rain may hold off. Some nice gray clouds that cloud the surface of Robert E. Taylor Stadium. But the Minicast is telling us that no rain will come within the next 2 hours. We're hoping that that will be the case because it will give us some great softball to look forward to between these 2 teams. Third inning here, UCLA will come to the plate for the third time. They lead the Nebraska Cornhuskers 1-0. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Bruins. Jolena Lamar, the 9-hitter, trying to turn things over. Jordy Fromm in the circle for the Huskers, deals, and it's caught on and missed. Foul tip that goes in and out of the glove of the catcher, Jesse Farrell.
I think the urgency here has changed for Jordy Fromm, who has seen her team go 6 up, 6 down in the first 2 innings. She knows now that she really has to be perfect. Only run of this game is because of an error that she made.
0-1 the count, bases empty. First batter of the top of the third. Pitch from Fromm. popped up foul. It will go over the seats and out of play. Jolena Lamar, part of the Big Ten's all-freshman team, the freshman utility from Cary, North Carolina, hitting .342 on the season with 12 home runs. Not bad stats at all out of the 9 spot for the true freshman. She's in an 0-2 hole, though, against one of the best pitchers in the country in Jordy Fromm. Here's Fromm's 0-2. Caught on and missed. 3 straight fastballs at the top of the zone, and Fromm picks up her second strikeout of the game. UCLA turns the lineup card with 1 out.
I mean, for Fromm, if you're going to be gifted chase whiffs, you're going to try and keep finding them, going up the ladder with the fastball, setting down Lamar, who has been a tough hitter. Though she's in the 9 spot, don't underestimate her. But Fromm takes care of business.
1 out now for the leadoff hitter, Riley Slimp, grounded out to shortstop in her first at-bat. First pitch from Fromm. Poked foul the other way. Gets into the seats on the third base side. Righty-lefty matchup between the right-hander Fromm and the left-handed hitting Riley Slimp. On deck is Megan Grant, who's searching for history. She's also batting from the left side. Slimp had a quick at-bat back in the first, but she's had a good tournament, 4 for 8 over her 2 games. Base is empty, 1 out. The 0-1 from Fromm is taken outside for ball 1.
I mean, with Slimp, she has been late on her timing throughout the tournament. And yes, she's had great results. She was 3 for 4 yesterday with a home run, but you can get her to go to left. That can avoid maximizing her power.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Fromm bouncing around in the circle. She rocks, fires the pitch. It's popped up and it hooks foul over the seats on the third base side. Count now 1-2 against Riley Slimp, sophomore from Georgetown, Texas, part of the All-Big Ten first team, as it was announced last night. That's what batting .457 with 14 home runs will get you. Riley Slimp, one of the best seasons of her career at any level. OPS nearing 1,400. In the first series against Nebraska, she went 3 for 11 over the set, but she did have a home run, one of her 14 on the season. Fromm's ready, and she deals the 1-2. It skips in the dirt for ball 2.
I mean, if you're Fromm here, you need to just consistently be on the attack against Slimp. You can't afford to put a base runner on when you take on Megan Grant. It's unlikely Grant will swing first pitch again. You don't want to take that risk.
Outfield deep in a 2-2 count. Fromm's ready with 1 out. She deals to Slimp. Cut on and missed. Back-to-back Ks for Jordy Fromm. She has struck out the last 3 Bruins she has faced. And there's 2 outs and the base is empty for Megan Grant. Got to be the ideal situation to pitch to Megan Grant.
Well, I don't think the word ideal has ever crossed the pitcher's mind when Megan Grant steps into the box, but I suppose that the most damage she could do here is 1.
Phones go up in College Park for the at-bat of Megan Grant. First pitch from Fromm is cut on and missed. Megan Grant with a sword-like swing at the high fastball. Megan Grant, the senior from San Bruno, California, could enter the history books today. Her 37 home runs on the season is tied with Laura Espinosa for the single-season record. Home run here will take the lead all for herself. 0-1 pitch with 2 outs and the base is empty. Here it is. Taken for a strike on the outer third. Count quickly 0-2 against Megan Grant, who grounds it out to the first baseman Bella Bacon unassisted in her first time to the plate. Grant searching for the record with a 1-0 UCLA lead here in the top of the third. From 1 strike away. Pitch to Grant. Is hit high. It's hit far. It's history. Megan Grant, 38 home runs, is the new NCAA record. Megan Grant, the queen of softball home runs.
A historic shot, claiming the single-season record as her own. A big 38 to double the Bruins' lead. Their fans are so fired up. Nebraska fans can only clap as they watch history fly overhead. Lauren Espinosa, her record that held for so long, now belongs to Megan Grant.
Megan Grant gives UCLA a 2-0 lead. Now Jordan Woolery at the plate from the right side. First pitch to her is taken for a strike, up and in. Grant sends that one on the pull side to right center. It clears the scoreboard out in right center here at Robert E. Taylor Stadium. One of many moonshots on the year for Megan Grant. 2 outs, base is empty, 2-0 Bruin lead. The 0-1 to Woolery. takes inside for a ball. Woolery has a chance to get to the old record with how UCLA projects to enter the NCAA tournament. She's got 33 home runs on the year. That's second in the Big Ten, just behind her teammate. The 1-1-2 Woolery is caught on and missed. Changeup dives below the bat of Jordan Woolery. 2-0 Bruin lead. Outfield deep for the Huskers. The 1 seed trailing by 2 here in this championship game. Woolery squares on a 1-2. Fromm fires. Woolery pulls back and takes a pitch down low. Count even now 2-2. Jordy Fromm again, just 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. She was 1 strike away when Megan Grant was up, but then gave up the home run. Now here's the 2-2 to Woolery. It's poked foul over our heads on the first base side and into the concourse. Count stays where it is. Pitch count starting to run up for Jordy Fromm, Adam, after that first inning was so economical. Second and third have been a little bit rougher.
She's been laboring a bit here and just not finding that put away consistently. I mean, we saw her dismantle Jelena Lamar and take down Riley Slimp, but the longer these innings go, the shorter her leash becomes.
Pitch 43 of the day here in the top of the third for Fromm. Here it comes. 2-2 is grounded up the middle for a base hit. Jordan Woolery's aboard with 2 outs. UCLA has reached the last 2, and there's a runner on for the cleanup hitter.
Alina Garcia's got something to work with here. I mean, that's another base hit as Woolery gives a hug over at first base. For the Bruins, this is what they like to do. They like to extend innings, force pitchers to work, and try and take advantage second time through the order.
The shortstop Garcia now in the cleanup spot in a righty-righty matchup with Fromm. Runner on first. First pitch to Garcia is taken downstairs for a ball. Alina Garcia is 6th on the team in batting average, batting a measly .362. OPS nearing 1,300 for the redshirt freshman from Pico Rivera, California. Woolery's on first in a 1-0 count with 2 outs. Pitch from Fromm, taken inside 2-0. Not an empty seat here at Robert E. Taylor Stadium for this championship game and a clash of the Titans. Nebraska and UCLA gave us a great series back in March, and they're trying to give us a championship game for the ages. 2 outs, runner on. 2-0 from Fromm. Taken downstairs, nice block by Farrell behind the dish. But the count's 3-0 now.
And it's not going to ease up trying to pitch around Garcia. Bri Alejandre had that knuckling bunt that was back toward Fromm, but it resulted in the first run of this game. So there's no easy out here. You've got to be on the attack.
3-0 count, 2 outs. Runner on first. Pitch to Garcia is taken right down the middle for strike 1. One of many stats that pop off the frame for Jordy Fromm. She does not walk many at all. 193 strikeouts on this season to just 26 walks. (3-1) the count now. Pitch. Taken inside for ball 4. First walk of the day for Jordy Fromm, just her 27th on the season. And that's going to bring on a mound visit from Nebraska head coach Rhonda Revelle.
Right now they're talking about how to go back on the attack here, and it looks like Alexis Jensen is warming in their bullpen, so Fromm might not be able to continue in this game if she doesn't record the out here against Alejandre, and she got the weak contact she needed. It was just an errant throw by herself that allowed that run to score, and for Alejandre to reach, ultimately did strand the third baseman at third after she got moved over in the inning, but you just have to stay on the attack here. If you feel that fear, that's where the Bruins take it full advantage. That's what they like to do. They like to get Grant going early and then just tack it on with the hitters protecting her.
Mound visit disperses. Fromm stays in the game. She will face Bri Alejandre, who reached on an error back in the second. 2 outs, 2 runners on. First pitch to Alejandre is grounded left side. Cusack's got it, flips to second for the force. And there's 3 outs here in the third. But UCLA tacks on one more, and it's history from Megan Grant. Her 38th home run of the season gives the Bruins a 2-0 lead. We'll take it to the bottom half of the third right here on WMUC Sports. Bottom three, here on the campus of the University of Maryland. Big Ten Tournament's championship game sees UCLA, the 3 seed, with the lead over the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 2-0 Bruins after 2.5. Peter Kelly, Adam Lipman here for WMUC Sports. Adam, Nebraska brings it up 7-8-9. They have not had a base runner in this game. Taylor Tinsley starting the role. What do the Huskers have to do to kind of get back into this game after UCLA has come out and punched them in the mouth?
Step one is show better discipline at the plate. They need to work counts more. They still have yet to get a count full, and they need to try and change that soon. Tinsley has labored the past 2 days, Peter, so for Nebraska right here, they know that they can trust some of these hitters, especially, he's going to the plate. Emerson Cope already has a homer this tournament.
Good point about Emerson Cope, who leads off 7-8-9 in the Husker order. First pitch to her is golfed into left field, back in deep, poking towards the foul pole. It is just foul. It does get out of here, but Emerson Cope, just a few feet to the left of the left field foul pole, would have ignited this large Husker contingent in the crowd, but instead it's a long strike.
Somewhat did ignite them, even including a fan who's wearing a corn shirt, a corn polo shirt that makes him look like a cob right there. And I mean, for Cope, that's the exact kind of swing you need, just be a little bit later this time.
0-1 now. Cope takes a strike on the outer third. Emerson Cope, the junior from Topeka, Kansas, making her 17th start of the season. And it comes as probably her biggest start of the season. 2 home runs on the year. One of them came just a couple days ago against Michigan. 0-2 hole now. Tinsley deals. Cope takes his ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Quickly get you through the UCLA defense here in the bottom of the third with a 2-0 Bruin lead. Left to right in the outfield, Riley Slimp, Jelena Lamar, Megan Grant. Infield sees Brie Alejandre, Alina Garcia, Kanaya Bragg, and Jordan Woolery. 1-2 is grounded up the middle and through. Emerson Cope will reach as the leadoff base runner in the third. First aboard for the game for the Cornhuskers, and it comes for Casey Hoffman now with a chance to bring Nebraska closer.
Casey Hoffman represents the tying run at the plate. One swing can help put past. In fact, the UCLA just made history in the top half of this inning. There's plenty of trust throughout the entire order, as it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner here for the Huskers, who want to get Cope off the base paths.
Pinch runner at first will be Kennedy Williams, the sophomore from Lincoln, Nebraska. She will stand on first after Emerson Cope, the designated player, leads off the bottom of the third with a single up the middle. Casey Hoffman now batting from the left side, the Nebraska right fielder in a lefty-righty matchup. First pitch from Tinsley is taken off the shoulder. It hits Casey Hoffman. Fastball rides up and in from Taylor Tinsley. And it means 2 base runners for the Huskers, but Hoffman will take her time getting to first. Want to make sure she's okay. Head coach Rhonda Revelle will come out and meet her halfway up the first base line.
Looks like it might have caught her in that front elbow, Peter. And I mean, right here, though, the Huskers are doing something that the Nittany Lions were doing yesterday, where they had a leadoff base hit from the bottom of their order. Then a hit by pitch helped extend the inning. But then things got chaotic because there was an error at second by Kanaya Bragg, another hit by pitch, and that helped the Badgers get on the board. So for Taylor Tinsley, she can't afford to be making these mistakes inside plunking hitters, because that really came around to sting yesterday. Still just a delay here, is trying to make sure that Hoffman is all right. She took that fastball off that front elbow, wasn't blocked by the elbow guard, which is just as unfortunate as it gets when you're a hitter trying to protect yourself and the equipment is just missing that one little spot. So a thumbs up is being given to Rhonda Revelle. It looks like a pinch runner will not be necessary here. It's actually, instead, Hoffman's going to go back to the dugout. That thumbs up was that she does need to come out of this game.
It's unfortunate to see. Casey Hoffman, the Husker right fielder, will have to exit momentarily. We'll see if maybe she can return later. But at the moment, Nebraska will need a pinch runner to stand in at first base after Hoffman was just hit by a pitch. And they will go to the dugout and bring out Caitlin Kaneda, the senior from Cerritos, California.
So 2 pinch runners on here, so great speed. I mean, the tying run is on base, and for Lauren Kamenzin, it's a huge moment because she represents a chance to turn over the top of the order, who went down 1-2-3 last time, but they could get a boost from having a second look at Taylor Tinsley.
Tinsley in a brief mound visit now. Pitching coach, catcher, and Taylor Tinsley standing a couple feet in front of the circle towards home plate. Runners on first and second for Nebraska. Those are the first base runners all day for Coach Rhonda Ravel's team. Tinsley had retired the first 6 in the Husker order in order with a strikeout that came against the cleanup hitter Ava Kuzak. But now it's 2 runners on for Lauren Kamenzind. The Nebraska second baseman will stand in. Twin sister with Hannah Kamenzind, who bats third. Lauren is a senior from Valley, Nebraska. Like Hannah Kamenzind, spent her first 2 years at Arkansas, where Lauren Kamenzind started 79 games, about half as a catcher and half as a shortstop. She bats with the bases 2 runners on, nobody out in the bottom of the third. She squares, pops up a bunt, and it will go foul out of play.
That's such a risky decision to try the bunt there because both corner infielders, Alejandra and Woolery, were charging in, and just a really tough gambit that they're now going to be fully prepped for. And for Kamenzind, she's 1 for 6 this tournament, but she did have an RBI base hit yesterday, so they're hoping that she could be the hot hand right here to get that first run on the board.
0-1 from Tinsley, squared again and dropped down towards the first base side. Picked up by Woolery, over to first base where Kanaya Bragg covers for the force out. But Williams advances from second to third. Kaneda gets from first to second, and it's a job well done by Kamenzind. 2 runners in scoring position for one of the best hitters in the conference in Jordy Fromm.
After popping up a bunt a mile high, she gets it down beautifully, a perfect sacrifice. And this is where the Huskers have to try and cash in. Top of your order, you might not get a chance as great as this for the rest of the ball game. So right here could decide it, honestly, Peter.
Fromm, the leadoff hitter for the Cornhuskers, grounds it out to third, her first at bat. First pitch from Tinsley is taken upstairs, and I think they may intentionally walk Jordy Fromm.
Might be intentionally walking. It doesn't look like Ramirez is going to go back into her squat.
Base open at first. Williams is on third. Kaneda's at second. Next pitch is taken outside for ball 2. So it'll be an intentional walk the old-fashioned way. We'll see if maybe Jordy Fromm can Gary Sanchez it and flick one into the gap for a double on a pitch outside. But as it stands, Fromm's going to be aboard. The 2-0 pitch is taken up and away. Fromm leads this team with a .434 batting average, also adds on 19 home runs. If she hit her 20th here, it would give Nebraska the lead. And I don't think Coach Inoue Perez is going to take that risk. Ball 4 to Jordy Fromm. She's going to reach an empty first base. Base is loaded now, and the gamble you take with not facing Jordy Fromm is that you do have to face Hannah Kaur, who's no slouch herself, hitting .325 with 5 home runs on the season in the 2-hole for the Huskers.
No slouch as the infield will come in and talk things over with Tinsley. Group huddle here, and what's such a decisive moment in this championship game. And for Hannah Kaur, only 2 singles so far this tournament alongside a sacrifice fly. Hasn't been able to find that power yet, and right here, the outfield gaps are going to be left wide open for her. If she can get a line drive elevated past the infield, that could be an extra base hit that ties this game, Peter.
Bases loaded, bottom of the third. A huge spot for Hannah Kaur, the senior from Yorba Linda, California. She was a major thorn in the side of the Bruins when this series happened in March. She went 4 for 7 with 4 walks in the 3-game set. Nowhere to put Hannah Kaur. 1 out, bases loaded. 2-run lead for UCLA. First pitch is taken upstairs by Hannah Kaur for a ball.
And the gambit with that intentional walk is you have to trust Tinsley's command here, even after she plunked a hitter this inning.
Kaur has twice as many walks as she does strikeouts. 1-0 count, bases loaded. Pitch taken upstairs, ball 2. Taylor Tinsley for UCLA, also not a pitcher that walks very many. In her career, has about 3-1 strikeouts to walks. 2-0 count, though, to the second hitter, Hannah Kaur. Bases loaded for the Huskers. 2-0 pitch. Taken at the knees, but low. 3 balls and no strikes. Nebraska section getting loud. UCLA holding on to this 2-run lead.
I would not have the green light here, Peter. I think you want to just see if it can be outside again and just walk in a run for free.
3-0 pitch. Taken right down the middle for a called strike 1. Kennedy Williams is on third. Caitlin Kaneda is on second. Jordy Fromm is on first after she was just intentionally walked. 3-1 count for Hannah Kaur, the center fielder for Nebraska this afternoon. 2-0 UCLA lead, bottom of the third. Hitters count for Core. The 3-1. Slapped foul down the right side. About a foot away from hooking inside the double bag at first base, but instead the count runs full now. And Tinsley has come back to compete in this at-bat.
It's such a pivotal pitch right here. You've got to go after Core. You can't allow her to reach because that could allow this inning to unravel for the Bruins.
3-2, 1 out. Bases loaded, Nebraska down 2. The pitch. Grounded softly right side. Bragg collides with the runner Fromm, and the umpires quickly call time. Bragg was charging in to make the play on the field before Fromm just collides to her left side. Interference will be called. Bragg does not have any play after the ball is skipping past her. We'll see what they call here. The question is, will it be an eventual double play for UCLA? Could that be the ruling that this four-man crew of umpires will come up with? The plays resolution at the moment, Kennedy Williams did score from third. Caitlin Caneda got to third. Jordy Fromm would get to second on a ball that actually skirts through the right side, and Canaccord does reach first, but that will not be the resolution after this meeting between the umpires. Adam, did you see anything special there?
Well, I saw that. I mean, that ball was just hit to Bragg when she was in the baseline. So for Fromm, it wasn't that she was running out of the baseline, which is often a source of controversy with plays like this. It's just she did collide, and you could think, oh, the runner might try and go around, but it's one of those where you're so focused on the pitch and where the ball is going that you're not really looking toward where the fielder is, because it's almost an assumption that you won't collide with them, that they won't be in your way. I mean, if Bragg was just a few steps back, she could have still fielded that ball. Her only play was at first, no matter what. And a run, I mean, would have scored even if it was a ground out where Core was out at first. So it's just such a big moment because the Bruins want to try and get the most they can out of this and get out of the inning, stranding the bases loaded. But the Huskers don't want to take none from this because of a base running mistake.
Jordy Fromm didn't do anything wrong running from first to second. She was just in her normal base path, and neither did Kanaya Bragg. She had to charge in to field the ball. But the ruling in college softball is that any offensive action, intentional or unintentional, that hinders a defensive reasonable opportunity to make a play, that's called interference. And so by that logic, it seems like there should be at least one out recorded. Home plate umpire Dustin Douglas is explaining things to UCLA head coach Kelly Inouye Perez. He now steps away from her and goes back to the four-man huddle of umpires. They're not going to the monitor here. All four umpires stand in a huddle behind the pitcher's circle. Rain has started to fall softly here in College Park, Maryland. We thought it may hold off, but it's been dark skies all day, and it does start to drizzle down. Some fans throw on the ponchos and try to quickly vacate the stands. Rain delay would be just the cherry on top here after this confusing play between Nebraska and UCLA. Right now it's a 2-0 UCLA lead here in the bottom of the third, but we've got an interesting ruling coming. Here it is. Ruling on the field is interference, which means one out for Nebraska, but I think UCLA would like two because that would mean they get out of the inning. So the umpires now do go to the monitor after taking quite some time to talk about it.
They're going to look this over. It's been so many replay reviews in this tournament so far, using the DV Sports system, as the entire UCLA infield is on the circle with Tinsley, who is facing a bit of a lengthy layoff mid-inning as she's trying to get out of this jam, and outfielders are all converged, talking it over as well. Every runner is still on base as though no one scored. So they're just trying to think things over. Fromm did go back to the dugout. I mean, considering she is the pitcher, she wants to try and make the most of this no matter what the call is, to try and recharge if she has to go out for another inning. We're just going to await the ruling on the field here that, I mean, it was just a weak ground ball to second base. For Bragg, who was already turned in when she fielded the ball, there was no realistic chance of fielding a double play. She could have either tried to get one out at home, firing a strike there, or just flipping it over to first, trading a run for an out. So the interference didn't prevent her from making a double play, but it prevented her from getting one out. And right now Fromm is out because she collided. but they did say the core would be safe as of now. That's what UCLA is trying to challenge, and that's what the umpires are looking over. Kelly Inouye Perez will head over to the circle to talk things over with her team. Bit of a boon that they get to re-strategize, and Alexis Ramirez didn't expect her coming from behind, so she was a little spooked. But now they're going to talk things over. Coach Rhonda Ravel is just pacing alongside Nebraska's dugout, knowing, I mean, Peter, this is the biggest moment of this game so far.
Hard contact on that collision. Hopefully Kanaya Bragg is okay, the second baseman. Also hope Jordy Fromm does the same. Again, they're searching for malicious contact, which would mean a double play. Lengthy review here, and we're starting to fight some weather as there is rain falling to add on to the wind on this chilly May day. While we wait, Adam, I've got a little joke for you.
Oh,
you want to hear it?
I suppose.
What do you get when the smog clears in California?
Is this one of those where we don't know because it'll never happen?
No, although that's not a
okay.
wrong answer.
Okay. Well, what does happen?
UCLA. UCLA. WeCLA here in the field. UCLA in their all-blue uniforms, their classic blue and gold. Pitcher Taylor Tinsley is warming up to try to stay loose. Umpires have come away from the monitor, and we seem like we will be reaching a verdict. A big one in the course of this game. Could get UCLA out of the inning, also could mean the first run for Nebraska. We'll see what the call is. They review that there is no malicious contact from Jordy Fromm, who is running to second and hits into the second baseman, Kanaya Bragg. I will say I think that is the right call. I think Fromm was just trying to get to second base. She didn't go out of her line, per se. What that means is the inning stays alive for Nebraska. The only thing that happens, too, is that the runners stay where they are. A run does not score. The batter now, this is Hannah Kamenzind, who takes a pitch from Tinsley at the top of the zone for a strike. So Hannah Core reaches first. I'm not sure what to score that. The stat broadcast is giving us a fielder's choice. Fromm is out. The other two runners at second and third don't advance, so it's still bases loaded. Nebraska still off the board. 0-1 pitch to Kamenzind is popped up, and it will look foul into the seats behind home plate.
I mean, the best thing that the Huskers can do right here is to overcome this little setback that they weren't happy with. Try and cash in these runs. I mean, the tying run is in scoring position still.
Tinsley one strike away. 0-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. UCLA holding a 2-run lead. Pitch taken just inside. Close one that the UCLA Bruins fans here would have liked to see go their way, but instead it's the first ball of the at-bat to Hannah Kamenzind, one of two Kamenzind twins. And Hannah is hitting .388 on the season with 7 home runs. Tying runs on second for the Huskers. Go-ahead runs on first. 1-2 count. The pitch is nubbed foul slowly on the left side, and it gets out of play.
Alejandre got a good jump there to even have a chance at that play, but just a step shy of it. It dropped too early. That was really knuckling off the bat. And for Kamenzind, you have to really be trying to pull the ball here. You need to get your A swing off and try and elevate a little bit. A line drive over Kanaya Bragg at second would tie this game.
Soft rain still falling here in Prince George's County. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Bases loaded, Nebraska down 2. Pitch from Tinsley, taken above the eye line for ball 2. Meat and potatoes of this Nebraska order. Hannah Kamenzind, the 3-hitter, who popped out to the shortstop in her first at-bat, has some of the most pop on this team. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Pitch in the dirt, ball 3. And now the runners will be in motion. Taylor Tinsley trying to perform a great Houdini act after loading the bases here in the bottom of this third inning. Big Ten championship game. UCLA, the 3 seed, leads Nebraska, the 1 seed, 2-0. Payoff pitch, 2 outs, bases loaded, here it comes, and it's fouled straight back. Kamenzind stays alive, continuing to get up this Taylor Tinsley pitch count, which came into this inning under 20. So we'll do it again, 3-2, 2 outs. Bases loaded for the Huskers, the 1 seed trying to get on the board. Tinsley checks the watch for the wristband. She now deals. It's lined back up the middle, base hit. Williams scores. Kaneda rounds third to the plate. The throw is offline. It gets away from the catcher, and now Kaur's going to charge in. She scores. And after all that, Kamenzin will end up on third. Just a chaotic play that means 3 runs for the Huskers. They now lead it.
Wow, what a sequence, Peter. That was the ace swing by Hannah Kamenzin, driving in 2, but a heads-up play by Hannah Kaur as she saw that throw go so errant from Julina Lamar. Alexis Ramirez tried to fire it to Jordan Woolery, who was covering the plate. Not there in time. Huskers have a lead here, 3-2. And advancing all the way to third was Hannah Kamenzin. What a way to bounce back after that interference call almost ended this inning early. The Husker faithful all on their feet and fired up.
First pitch to Ava Kuzak is taken for a ball high and away. Nebraska now leads UCLA 3-2. A single up the middle with the bases loaded by Hannah Kamenzin scores 2, and then the third comes around on an errant throw. 1-0 count, 2 outs. Runner on third is Kamenzin. Pitch to Kuzak is taken outside for ball 2. Ava Kuzak, 13 home runs on the season for the cleanup hitter. Her first time up, she struck out swinging against Taylor Tinsley. Wind blowing straight out to left. UCLA outfield is fairly deep. Middle infielders at double play depth with 2 outs. The 1-1 taken upstairs. Across the shoulder, count now 2-1.
Huskers have all the momentum right now, and I mean, getting this extra run in from third, give them a 2-run lead after they had been trailing all game entering this inning.
The 2-1 from Tinsley popped up on the infield. Third base side, Brie Alejandre's got it a step inside, foul ground, and she makes the grab for the third out. But the Cornhuskers come alive from the third for 3 runs. We'll take it to the fourth. Nebraska with a 1-run lead on WMUC Sports.
How about that? Oh, that play was a mess. That was crazy. Oh, you got a game.
Fourth inning in the Big Ten Softball Championship. Nebraska, the 1 seed, now in front of the Bruins, 3-2. Peter Kelly, Adam Lipman, here for WMUC Sports. Adam, UCLA is going to bring up 6, 7, 8. They'll go against Jordy Fromm still after she was shaken up a little bit in her last couple innings. What are you looking to see out of this Bruins lineup to try and get back that lead that they just lost?
The Bruins right here have to just try and stay present. You can't start pressing even though you're trailing here. They haven't trailed for long in this entire tournament. This is a team that is like to score early and often. Right now they only have 2 runs to show for their performance today. For Jordy Fromm, she's been laboring, but second time through the order, you really have to start trying to make her pay if you want to call your way back.
For Nebraska, Casey Hoffman re-enters the game in right field. Good to see after she was hit by a pitch on her left wrist. She will get back into the game she was pinch ran for. 6, 7, 8 in the Bruin order. Kanaya Bragg will lead things off, followed up by Alexis Ramirez and Sue Jin Berry. All 3 of those hitters were retired back in the second inning. Righty-righty matchup between Jordy Fromm for Nebraska and Kanaya Bragg for the Bruins. Here's the first pitch of the fourth. It's taken knee height for a strike. Kanaya Bragg hitting over 400 on the season. That's only good enough to hit 6th in this UCLA order. One of the most feared in the country for this Bruins team. 0-1 count. Wind blowing out to left. Fromm breathes deep, now delivers. It's grounded off home plate and into the body of Kanaya Bragg for a foul ball. 0-2 the count now. Not the most pleasant May day. Not as nice of a weather as you would expect for a May 9th. Low 60s and a wind rippling through, some light rain as well. 0-2 to the first batter of the top of the 4th. Fromm deals to Bragg and it's grounded left side, backhand Bland. Fires off her back foot to first and it's 10 time for out number 1.
The efficiency there was fantastic for Fromm, who coaxed weak ground ball contact. That's what she's got to focus on. The strikeout stuff has been there up and down, but when she's been laboring 3 days in a row, you can't rely on that. You've got to be trying to manage contact quality.
1 out for Alexis Ramirez, the Bruin catcher, batting from the right side. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch from Jordy Fromm is fouled back. Fromm has lost a touch of her velocity, but the stuff's still playing up. She's through 3 1/3. 3 hits against her, has given up 1 earned run. That came on the solo home run to Megan Grant back in the top of the 3rd, which broke history for UCLA. 38th of the year for Megan Grant. Bases empty, 1 out. Fromm deals. 0-1 is poked foul. Goes straight over the press box that sits behind home plate. 0-2 hole now for Alexis Ramirez, the Bruin catcher. Ramirez, the redshirt junior from Whittier, California, hitting a shade under 400 on the season. 0-2 count with 1 out. Ramirez in a wide stance awaits the 0-2. Here it comes. It's poked forward on the right side. Towards the second baseman, Camden's underhand flip to first in time for out number 2. 2 ground ball outs that Jordy Fromm induces, and she's starting to roll again, Adam.
She's just mowing them down right now, Peter, and it looks like the Bruins are pressing a little bit. They've become a lot more swing happy than we've seen earlier in this game, and if you're going to take that approach, you're going to consistently fall behind in counts and then be pressured to try and swing at some bad pitches.
Sujin Berry, the hitter for UCLA, batting from the left side. First pitch from the righty Fromm is an off speed that lands in there for a called strike 1. Sujin Berry had a big swing last night. Grand slam in the bottom of that first inning to establish UCLA early on in their semifinal drubbing of Wisconsin. 2 outs, bases empty for Berry. 0-1 the count. Jordy Fromm leans back, now deals. It's poked foul.
3rd straight 0-2 count this inning, Peter, and this is just not a winning strategy for UCLA, who have put all the pressure on themselves like this.
Just 8 pitches in the frame for Jordy Fromm, trying to end it on pitch number 9. Here's the 0-2. Weakly grounded left side. Samantha Bland at 3rd, over to first baseman Bella Bacon, and there's 3 gone in the top of the 4th. Jordy Fromm, after a long hiatus where Nebraska made her wait after their lengthy 3rd inning, she comes back out, goes 1-2-3 against this strong UCLA lineup. We head to the bottom half of the 4th, 3-2 Nebraska in this Big Ten Tournament Championship. Big Ten Championship here at Maryland softball field. Nebraska, the 1 seed, leads UCLA, the 3 seed, by a score of 3-2. I'm Peter Kelly. He's Adam Lipman. UCLA back in the field now, Adam. Taylor Tinsley got knocked up a little bit back in that 3rd inning. She surrenders 3. One of them unearned on an error by the center fielder, Lamar. Back out for the 4th with a clean base pass. What are you looking to see out of her to try and hold Nebraska to 3 runs?
Well, I mean, Peter, the hard contact has not been a problem for Tinsley so far, which makes me think that she could easily bounce back between innings. It's just about the spray angle at which she's allowing these hits to come at. If these ground balls were more pulled or opposite field, they would be outs. But so far, they're going up the middle, and that's been working well for the Huskers, who have not needed to access their power yet. I mean, the closest they've come was that foul ball home run swing that Emerson Cope had before she was pinch around in the leadoff inning. But Cope later lined a base hit up the middle. So for this UCLA defense, especially shortstop Alina Garcia, you've got to be ranging over to try and make those plays toward the middle of the diamond.
First batter of the bottom of the 4th is the catcher, Jessie Farrell. First pitch to her skips in the dirt for ball 1. 5, 6, and 7 in the Cornhusker order. Jessie Farrell, the catcher, Samantha Bland, the 3rd baseman, and Emerson Cope, the designated player. Only Cope out of the 3 has a hit. Nebraska's only got 2 on the day, but they lead UCLA 3-2. Outfielders at standard depth for this UCLA team. The 1-0 from Tinsley lands over the plate for a called strike 1. As mentioned, UCLA, and they're all light blue uniforms with gold lettering UCLA across the chest in their script handwriting and gold numerals on the back. Nebraska all red with white pinstripes, white Nebraska across the chest. The 1-1 pitch from Tinsley is cut on and missed. Jessie Farrell in a hole now. 1 ball and 2 strikes against the Husker catcher. Comes into this year as 25 strikeouts, just 12 walks on the season for Jessie Farrell. The 1-2, taken inside for ball 2. Farrell's got to fight here to extend this at bat, try and keep the momentum with Nebraska. If Tinsley works a queen click inning like we saw Jordy Fromm just do, it could quickly change for UCLA's favor. The 2-2. Farrell golfs right side, charging in Megan Grant. She's under it. She makes the grab in the wind for out number 1.
Busy day with the bat and the glove for Grant, who has already made history and already made 3 catches in right, even though in this tournament she previously had not had to deal with 1 play yet. Now she's getting busy out there. Especially with the wind starting to ripple through at least our booth and also the entirety of the field. Megan Grant retires Jessie Farrell for the 2nd straight at-bat. Now Samantha Bland, first pitch to Bland, is taken high for ball 1. Samantha Bland for Nebraska, hitting about 300 on the season. The junior from Chino Hills, California, went 0 for 7 when they played UCLA the first time. 1 out, bases empty here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch from Tinsley is lined into left field and down for a base hit. Bland will take a turn and stop at first. Bland continues her strong tournament for Nebraska, and there's a 1 out base runner for Emerson Cope. I mean, she just stays red hot, Peter. She's leading the entire conference in terms of games played with at least 3. In batting average, it's over 800. I mean, she's just on a tear. She doesn't even need that power. Just set the table.
She sets the table indeed for Emerson Cope, who takes a first pitch inside. On the run is Bland, and she slides into 3rd. The throw gets away, and now she will get to 3rd base. So Cope takes a ball. Ramirez throws down the 2nd. It skips past the bag and heads up base running by Samantha Bland, gets her all the way to 3rd base. And now it's in sacrifice fly range for the heavy-hitting Emerson Cope.
That was an on-the-money throw by Ramirez. Alina Garcia was just too late to break on that, getting fully ambushed by that stolen base attempt. Ball skips into center, now 60 feet away from another run.
1-0 to Cope, taken inside. 2 balls, no strikes against Emerson Cope, who, as we mentioned, singled up the middle back in that 3rd inning, where Nebraska brought 7 to the plate and scored all 3 of their runs. The 4th run for Nebraska potentially stands on 3rd base. That's Samantha Bland. The 2-0 to Cope, grounded left side. Shortstop George is up with it. Garcia over to 1st. Nice pick over there by Woolery for out number 1. Bland has to stay at 3rd base, too, because Garcia makes a nice play.
Ball almost just skipped in the dirt. I mean, Woolery, that pick saved the run for sure. I mean, Garcia's playing so deep in the shortstop hole, and she's been doing that all tournament, and it's come back to bite with almost a botched play there and allowing Bland to go all the way to third. And right here for Nebraska, you really want this run in. Give some more padding for Fromm to work with.
Casey Hoffman now. First pitch to Hoffman, high and away for ball one. Righty-lefty matchup between the right-hander Tinsley and the left-handed hitting Hoffman. Hoffman was hit by a pitch on her right hand back in that third inning. She exited for a pinch runner, but now is back in. Good to see her be strong and healthy after that one. The 1-0 is fouled back. Samantha Bland still stands on third. She represents the fourth run of the day for Nebraska. On deck, the 9-hitter Lauren Kamensen. As mentioned, a nice strong crowd here at Robert E. Taylor today. Not an empty seat. With 2 outs, the 1-1. Hoffman takes a ball on the inner third. UCLA crowd thought it may have gone the other way. I think Taylor Tinsley may have thought it would have gone the other way, but instead it's ball 2, and it's a 2-1 count.
I mean, right here, if you're Hoffman, you're looking for a little bit of revenge after you were plunked last time up. That helps you lock in at the plate, especially discipline-wise.
2-1 is popped up. Hooking towards us on the infield. It may go off of our tent, and that is what it does. It bounces back towards the field and lands in the first row of the seats on the first base side. Moonshot foul ball for Casey Hoffman. Count even now, 2-2. Tinsley 1 strike away from getting out of the bottom of the fourth. Here it comes. Grounded right side, just foul. Woolery had a good beat on it at first, but she could not get the glove there. And it goes foul, staying the count where it is at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Samantha Bland stands on third. The 2-2. Popped up, hooking left side. Over is Alejandre at third, but she's going to watch it go into the seats.
Timing is there on these swings by Hoffman. It's just that she's consistently under it by about the height of a ball. So trying to make that adjustment could allow her to square one up, driving this runner from third.
Here's another 2-2, and it's poked foul on the same side. This time it will go all the way over the concourse. That was pitch number 60 of the day for Taylor Tinsley, who has made all 3 starts for the Bruins in this conference tournament. It seems like it's going to be Tinsley as long as this game is competitive. Here's another 2-2. Poked foul on the right side. Back on its right fielder, Grant. Towards the wall, it's out of here. 2-run shot, Casey Hoffman, and Nebraska leads it 5-2.
Revenge for Casey Hoffman. Plunked the first time through. She gets a 2-run shot of her own, giving Nebraska the biggest lead either team has had all game. Just getting it over the right field wall toward the corner. Grant just had to watch it fly. Peter, Big Ten teams love to come to Maryland because they love hitting in this park. Right there, that home run swing is one that Hoffman will have a big smile about. She goes back to the dugout.
Not the most usual suspect in Casey Hoffman, just her 4th of the year. But it's the biggest home run of the season for Hoffman by far, maybe the biggest for the Huskers. They now take a 3-run lead over UCLA in this Big Ten championship. Still 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Lauren Kamensen, now the 9-hitter, fouls a pitch back on the first offering from Taylor Tinsley. Tinsley was so close to getting out of that inning, but Casey Hoffman in a 2-strike count hooks off 3 straight foul balls and then deposits one over the right field wall. 0-1 from Tinsley. Lined right at the third baseman, Alejandre. 3rd out, but Nebraska plates 2 more after a big 2-out home run by Casey Hoffman. Going to the 5th here on WMUC Sports, UCLA chasing 3. Here in the top of the 5th inning at Robert E. Taylor Stadium on the campus of the University of Maryland, where UCLA will step back to the plate for the 5th time today. They now trail Nebraska by 3 in a game that has turned upside down. The Bruins led it 2-0 after the top of the 3rd. Nebraska has scored 5 over their last 2 trips up. And now it's 9-1-2 for UCLA, and in that included is Megan Grant, who is one of the home run hitters of this country, one of the best in the country.
Got to start chipping away here if you're the Bruins. Jalina Lamar, if she can get on, that's a big threat. Top of the order due up.
Jordy Fromm back in the circle for the Huskers. First pitch to Lamar, taken waist tight for a strike. Jolina Lamar struck out back in the 3rd inning. This is the portion of the order that Fromm led off that inning against. She struck out Lamar and the leadoff hitter Slimp before that solo shot by Megan Grant. Bases empty. 0-1 counts to the 9-hitter. Fromm deals. Swung on and missed. Last time Lamar went down on 3 straight pitches. She has now seen 5 pitches. They've all been strikes, and she's in an 0-2 hole.
But last time she struck out in a tournament game, she had 2 extra base hits in her following 2 at-bats. So it's an opportunity for her to try and bounce back and help the Bruins chip away.
The 0-2. Check swing, she held up. Ball 1 at the very top of the zone. Count 1-2. UCLA 2 runs on 4 hits with 2 errors. Nebraska 5 runs on 4 hits with just 1 error. 1-2 the count. Fromm against Lamar. Here's the Fromm pitch. Called strike 3. On the inner 3rd, and Jordy Fromm picks up her 4th strikeout of the day, 2nd of Jolina Lamar. UCLA turns the lineup card over to Riley Slimp.
So after having 3 in a row from the end of the 2nd to the beginning of the 3rd, Fromm has got another punch out here. No one on for top of the order.
Riley Slimp from the left side. Jordy Fromm rocks, waits, fires. Fastball taken outside. 1-0 the count against Riley Slimp, the sophomore outfielder named to the All-Big Ten first team. Was 3 for 11 against this Nebraska team when the 2 teams met back in March in Lincoln. She did have a home run in the set. The 1-0 from Fromm is looped foul down the left side, hooking towards the Nebraska bullpen. Count 1-1 with 1 out and the bases empty.
You know, Peter, Slimp could take a page out of Casey Hoffman's book and just try and get out in front of one, because when she's pulling the ball, that's when Slimp can find her power the most. And right now, UCLA could use some of it.
Here's Fromm's 1-1. Slow grounder right side, right to the first baseman, Bacon. She takes to the bag on a slow jog, and there are 2 outs here in the top of the 5th for a UCLA team that has seen the last 6 retire.
Well, she did pull the ball. She didn't elevate the ball. That's, step 2 in that process, Peter. So it'll be no one on for Grant again, who last time she was in that kind of spot, she had a homer that led to 3 straight Bruins reaching.
Bases empty for the lefty, Megan Grant. Here's Fromm's first pitch with 2 outs. It's taken for a strike right down the middle at the waist. Megan Grant made history in her last at-bat. Her home run to right center was her 38th of the season. That's the new record for all time in a single season in NCAA softball. Here's the 0-1. Grounded right side, right to Bacon at first. She'll take it to the bag after it pops out of her glove for a second, but there's 3 outs here in the top of the 5th. Bruins go down 1-2-3 for the 2nd straight inning. Nebraska coming back up in the bottom half with a chance to extend their lead. The May sun starting to poke its head out from behind this curtain of clouds here in College Park, Maryland for the Big Ten Tournament Championship, where Nebraska, the 1 seed, the number 2 team in the country, leads UCLA by a score of 5-2. Alongside Adam Lipman, my name's Peter Kelly. So grateful that you're with us here on your Saturday afternoon, wherever you may be. For Nebraska, they're trying to extend this lead. They've scored 5 runs over their last 2 innings, Adam. They've got the very top of their order up with Jordy Fromm, who's one of the best hitters in the country. What are you looking to see out of them the 3rd time through?
Well, Peter, I mean, both of their rallies have been started by the bottom of the order, so, you know, the top all-star has to try and get their job done. That starts with Jordy Fromm, who is trying to be her own run support here.
Taylor Tinsley back in the circle for UCLA. First pitch to Fromm is fouled straight back. Fromm gets under that one, and it's an 0-1 count. Taylor Tinsley going into her 5th inning of work. She has thrown 4 innings in each of the 3 tournament games. In yesterday's game, she didn't need much more than that. It was a UCLA run rule victory over the 7-seed Wisconsin Badgers to get to this point. The 0-1, Fromm takes a strike. Waist height for the leadoff hitter Jordy Fromm, who bats from the right side in a righty-righty matchup. Fromm, 2 years at Oklahoma, now 3 at Nebraska. Was the best pitcher in the country over her first 2 years at Oklahoma, has done more of the same in Lincoln. Ground ball to shortstop. Bragg picks it up over to first, and there's 1 out.
Efficiency is so key for a Bruins team that's hoping Tinsley can just go the distance. They don't want to turn it over to their bullpen and their other starting options. It's been a tough season for those 3, which is led by Natalie Cable, who had the 2nd most innings on the team at 71, but they're just hoping that their ace go all the way.
1 out, bases empty for Hannah Core. The Nebraska 2-hitter takes a pitch down low. Core 0 for 2 today. Her last time up, she hit a ground ball towards the 2nd baseman, Kanaya Bragg, where she was then collided with by Jordy Fromm in a play that was ruled as interference. The 1-0 Core is popped up and gets foul. One and one against Hannah Core. The Nebraska center fielder batting in the 2nd position for Coach Rhonda Ravel, a senior from Yorba Linda, California, was at Oklahoma with Jordy Fromm. Pitch to Core, misses downstairs. Core had much less of a defined role than Jordy Fromm did while at Oklahoma. Fromm was one of the best players in the country, period. But Hannah Core is more of a pinch runner over her 3 seasons in Norman, and now in her 2nd year with Nebraska has certainly excelled. 2nd team all-conference as well as on the all-defense team. The 2-1 to her, grounded right side foul.
Just all about trying to square it up, because the Huskers, before that Hoffman 2-run blast, had just been relying on small ball, trying to have ground ball line drive contact that would evade gloves, running the bases well. So now it's just trying to add on to this lead. You're already up by 3. You know that you want more cushion. Just take the pressure off Jordy Fromm. Tell her she doesn't have to be perfect on the mound. Maybe you can reduce the stress of a potential bullpen pitcher like Alexis Jensen coming in.
2-2 the count. Bases empty, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. Pitch. Lined foul down the left side. Core got a good barrel to it, but sends it about 20 feet to the left of the left field foul line. Both teams with just 4 hits today. UCLA's offense came in soaring. 19 runs in their last game against Wisconsin. The 2-2. Grounded right side. Right to first for Woolery. And there's 2 gone.
Hannah Core put a charge into that one. It was just barely staying fair, and Woolery, sure-handed first baseman, makes the play. And now it's a chance for a big bounce-back inning for Taylor Tinsley, who's just trying to get the bats back up. The Bruins are looking for a rally here.
2 outs for Hannah Kamenzen. First pitch she sees is grounded to right. Diving play by Bragg at 2nd over to 1st. And there's out number 3. 3 ground balls to the right side in the last play by Kanaya Bragg, the best of the bunch. UCLA holds Nebraska quiet there. Going to the 6th inning, Bruins need 3 to tie, 4 to take the lead on WMUC.
Nebraska, like they're just I think they feel like they're
I need to spend more time.
so they're not stressing the play. It's like thing is, if Fromm has been out there for a reason, I didn't see what Jensen has to do to achieve it. I know there's a leap we can UCLA's talent offensively, but it was just like
Here in the Big Ten Championship, it's the UCLA Bruins, the 3 seed, that find themselves down 3 runs to the 1 seed Nebraska Cornhuskers. 5-2 heading to the top of the 6th inning. Alongside me, Adam Lipman, I'm Peter Kelly. We appreciate you tuning in from wherever you are to WMUC Sports Radio. UCLA 3-4-5 here, Adam. They need 3 runs. Only one of those runs was earned, and it was a long ball by Megan Grant back in the 3rd. The offense has been quiet today, which is a little bit uncharacteristic.
It's been quiet today because the Bruins have been swinging early in counts, and they haven't been capitalizing on those ambush swings. So it's put them behind. They've fallen behind 0-1, 0-2, 1-2. And for Jordy Fromm, it's been a relief for her. It's allowed her to be more efficient, stay in this game for longer than potentially expected. And Alexis Jensen, Big Ten Freshman of the Year, is awaits from the bullpen if any help is needed.
3-4-5, it's Jordan Woolery for the Bruins. First pitch to her is an off-speed that lands right down the middle for a called strike 1. Jordan Woolery, the senior from Walnut Creek, California, making her 3rd trip up to the plate in this 3rd time through the UCLA order. She's 1 for 2. She singled to center back in the 3rd inning. Bases empty, nobody out in the first batter of the 6th inning. Brom deals to Woolery. Lined right back up the middle and for a base hit. Woolery reaches again on a single up the box, and UCLA's got the lead off aboard here in the 6th.
And that's exactly what the Huskers have been doing all game, going up the middle with line drive contact. And right there, Woolery gets things set up. Tying run is on deck here. If Alina Garcia can reach, that would be a huge opportunity for Bri Alejandre.
Pinch runner at first base for the Bruins. That'll be Jayla Mercado. Freshman from Castro Valley, California. Now stands at first base after Woolery's single. Garcia in the batter's box. The cleanup hitter awaits the first pitch from Fromm. And now here it is. Fastball taken at the top of the zone for strike 1. Alina Garcia for UCLA, the starting shortstop for Coach Inoue Perez's team. Fromm's 0-1. Downstairs, nice pick by the catcher Jesse Farrell. 1-1 count. Runner on first again is Mercado. Pinch running for Woolery. Nobody out. Runner on first. UCLA down 3 here in the top of the 6th of the championship game. Fromm dances, now deals. Swung on and missed. Garcia gave a big uppercut swing but came up empty. And the count's now 1-2. Jordy Fromm's ready. She deals. Just got a piece. Fouled off towards the left side. And Alina Garcia will stay alive here on a pitch that looked like it may get past her. Garcia swung very early on the off-speed, but just got the end of the bat there.
She'll have to hope that can keep her alive in this at-bat. She's trying to extend this inning. The Bruins might not have another chance at a rally if this one is unsuccessful.
1-2 count against the Big Ten all-first team player. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul left side towards the Nebraska dugout. Garcia also on the all-freshman team and the all-defensive team. A trifecta for the Bruins shortstop, who's batting .362 with 17 home runs to her name this year. Today she's 1 for 1. She also walked back in the third. Here's another 1-2 pitch from Jordy Fromm. In the air left side, charging in is Kamenzin. Hannah Kamenzin makes the grab in left. Mercado goes back to first, and there's one out.
That was a dangerous at-bat, allowing the fly ball there, but Garcia just couldn't put enough of a charge into it, hung up for Kamenzin. A big first out, and now Huskers are going to be a double play depth, trying to get a ground ball to end this inning.
One out for Bri Alejandre, the Bruin third baseman. Righty-righty matchup with Fromm, and her first pitch is taken outside. Bri Alejandre, the freshman from Alhambra, California, hitting .319 with 21 home runs, a member of the Big Ten first team as a true freshman. The 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Alejandre now in a 1-1 count and was fooled on that fastball. With one out in the count, 1-1, the runner on first is Mercado, and Alejandre trying to cut into this 3-run Nebraska lead. Here's the pitch, fouled straight back. Another 2-strike count for Jordy Fromm. She has started hammering the zone as of recently, gave up a run in the second, a run in the third, but has not given up much damage since then.
When you have this lead, if you're Fromm, you know you've got to be efficient, so you got to challenge in the zone. If you get beat, you get beat, but you can't afford to be walking hitters. She's going right after him.
Here's the 1-2. Caught on and missed. Alejandre goes down swinging. Another strikeout for Jordy Fromm. 2 outs now. Runner still on first. That's Mercado. Kanaya Bragg needing a big swing here to put some charge into this UCLA dugout. Bragg 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts. First pitch in a righty-righty matchup. Taken in the dirt. Off-speed blocked nicely by Farrell. Infield, normal depth. The deepest outfielder is the right fielder, Casey Hoffman, who's the other way from Kanaya Bragg, who has 16 home runs on the year. Wind is quieted down. Fromm's ready. The 1-0. Fouled back. Fromm has just showed in such an uncanny way of getting back into these counts. Not a ton of first pitch strikes from Jordy Fromm, but she's been able to battle back, force weak contact on some foul balls, and then punch them out. 5 strikeouts on the day for Jordy Fromm in her 4 2/3 innings of work. The 1-1, fouled back again. And now Jordy Fromm and Nebraska are 1 strike away from getting out of the 6th inning. The 1 seed Nebraska. They come in with a record of 45-6. They're the number 2 team in all of America. They have 1 Big Ten loss that is to UCLA. The 1-2, just got a piece. Fouled straight back, and Bragg stays alive. Nebraska has lost 1 game since February 26th. That game was March 28th against this UCLA team. UCLA since then has lost 1 series. That series was lost to Nebraska in a back-and-forth affair over the 3-game set in Lincoln. Jordy Fromm and Nebraska trying to get out of the inning. The 2-out 1-2. Upstairs taken nicely by Kanaya Bragg. Looked like she wanted it for a second, but she was able to hold up on the high fastball.
Well, she really thought about it, Peter. It was a good check swing decision there. Keeps her in this at-bat. Bruins trying to make something of this inning.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Mercado on first. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Leadoff single for UCLA goes nowhere. Jordy Fromm retires the next 3, including striking out the next 2. Going to the bottom of the 6th, Nebraska trying to extend this 3-run lead.
number for lacrosse? For plus? Yeah, I think that's the game count. Is that number 1? Yeah. Okay, that's good there. Why? That's beautiful. Oh. Can we? Okay, at least you're not a 10. It's not that bad. Like, they help us set up. Here's up there. You get nice like game count. So like, why get a count when they actually like these are not that count. Yeah. I like game count for center field because it's like center field for us. He really wants to replay it on the turn. So it's like almost like watching a TV.
Nebraska will step back to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th for what they hope is the last time in this game. They lead the 3-seed UCLA by a score of 5-2, and the Cornhuskers just 3 outs away from clinching their first ever Big Ten tournament championship. 5 runs on 4 hits, 1 error for Nebraska, 2 runs on 5 hits with 2 errors for the UCLA Bruins, who now stand in the field. Defense the same, behind their pitcher Taylor Tinsley, who's been in this game for its entirety. Only 1 inning this tournament has not gone to Taylor Tinsley for UCLA. First pitch to Kuzak is taken at the knees for a strike. Ava Kuzak, the cleanup hitter in this order, starting off 4-5-6 for Nebraska here in this bottom of the 6th. Combined on the day, that group is 1 for 6. The right-hander Tinsley's ready. She rocks, deals. Taken for a strike. 0-2 quickly against Ava Kuzak, the Nebraska shortstop batting cleanup today. Senior from Broomfield, Colorado. One of a couple transfers on this team. Spent 2 years at fellow Big Ten rival Wisconsin. The 0-2 to Kuzak, taken across the shoulders for ball 1. Heavy on the fastball for Taylor Tinsley, especially as we get further into this game, Adam.
She's just trying to fire it in the zone, trying to keep this deficit where it is for the Bruins, but you have to be efficient. You don't want to try and turn to another option from that bullpen.
The 1-2 skips into the dirt. That one not a fastball, and off speed that does not make it to home plate. Kuzak starting her 52nd game of the year. That's all of them for this Nebraska team. The veteran infielder with so much experience up the middle. For this Nebraska team that's 45-6. The 2-2 is popped up. Left side foul. Alejandre towards the dugout. She looks, but she has it on play. It bounces out of play and into the stands. Kuzak 0-2 today. Struck out in the 2nd, popped out to third baseman Alejandre back in the 3rd. Now is lead off in the 6th. The pitch. Grounded right side, Woolery off her glove. It stays fair, and now she touches the bag, and now it's called foul.
Looked like she fielded it in foul territory at first, Peter, so they were going to call that a foul ball. Kuzak will see another pitch.
Kuzak staying alive here. Tinsley came into this inning 73 pitches. Here's Tinsley's 2-2. In the air, left side and deep. Slimp back at the wall. This one's gonna fly. Ava Kuzak gives Nebraska a 6-2 lead, and the Huskers draw closer to a Big Ten title.
Her first home run of the tournament was a deep, big fly all the way to left. She got her A swing off. Previously been quiet with just a single and a double, but right there, that's the Ava Kuzak swing that powered the Huskers to the best record in the Big Ten. Pulling away here late, 6-2 now.
Nebraska has scored the last 6 runs in this game to lead the Bruins 6-2. Third home run given up by Tinsley. Pitch to Farrell, skips to the backstop. 1-0 the count against the catcher, Jessie Farrell.
I mean, Peter, all of a sudden Tinsley has become quite homer prone. She's allowed 2 this game, and then yesterday she allowed 1 against Wisconsin late in the 4th inning. That would be the last inning she'd pitch. So the fatigue is setting in and is leading to a homer problem.
1-0. Farrell takes a pitch high and away. Jessie Farrell, the catcher, is 0-2. A couple of flyouts to the right fielder, Megan Grant. 2-0 the count with the bases empty. Bottom of the 6th inning, Nebraska leading UCLA 6-2. The 2-0, swung on and missed. First strike of the at-bat for Taylor Tinsley. Now 82 pitches for Tinsley. Trying to work on another complete game. It would be her 25th of the season. The 2-1. Line the other way, and it gets down in right field, just inside the fair line. Jessie Farrell's aboard first. Megan Grant got there in time to keep her there. But a couple of hits to start off the home half of the 6th.
Her first hit since the 5th inning of their first game. Jessie Farrell finally gets another one here. She had been so quiet, but now trying to add on to this rally.
As soon as the catcher Farrell reaches, she'll be replaced by a pinch runner. It's Nessa McMillan, the sophomore from Blair, Nebraska. Samantha Bland now steps up in the righty batter's box to face off against Taylor Tinsley. Last time up, Bland singled to left. Still nobody out here in the home half of the 6th. Nebraska with a 4-run lead. Tinsley deals. Bland comes up empty. Goes all the way around on a fastball atop the zone. Counts now 0-1. McMillan on first after the single by Farrell. The 0-1. Bland takes a strike at the knees. 0-2. Taylor Tinsley going against Samantha Bland. Tinsley has been pretty rock solid on the year for this Bruins team. 28-5 the record. The 0-2, high and away. Tinsley, a 2.77 ERA this year. That's actually the worst of her 4 years with UCLA. As a freshman and sophomore, she had an ERA under 2. Senior from Lawrenceville, Georgia, has been a staple in this UCLA rotation. The 1-2 to Bland. High and away again. Still nobody out here in the 6th. Outfield shallow for Nebraska. Left fielder Slimp and center fielder Lamar standing about 10 steps in from the warning track. Nobody out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tinsley's delivery. Fouled straight back. Bland stays alive, trying to keep this inning as far as it will go for a Nebraska team that's searching for the Big Ten Tournament Championship. They were the outright regular season champs for the first time in their history. Two-2 the count once more. Pitch to Bland. In the dirt, ball 3. McMillan stays put at first after a nice block by Alexis Ramirez. The UCLA catcher is a lefty, which is unorthodox to see. And with the righty batter Bland, it would be tough to get a throw off. Full count, nobody out. We'll see if McMillan goes from first. For now, it's Tinsley, and she deals the payoff. Grounds it off home plate, and it goes foul.
Bland has just done such a great job all tournament, battling in counts, and her hit tool has really been one of the biggest risers so far for the Huskers and across any Big Ten team. Just such a stable presence at the bottom of the order.
Nice to have someone with an 850 OPS batting towards the bottom of your lineup. 3-2, nobody out. Payoff pitch. Taken inside, ball 4. Second walk of the day for Tinsley. Pushes the runner from first to second. Now 2 aboard for Emerson Cope. Cope had a home run earlier in this tournament. Is 1 for 2 with a single in this one. And it's going to cause an Alexis Ramirez just catcher to pitcher mound visit here with Tinsley.
And, you know, on Samantha Bland, that walk was her second time reaching today. It means that in all of the tournament games she's played, she's reached multiple times consistently in the 6th or 7th spot in the lineup.
That walk for Tinsley, her second of the game, but her first unintentional one. Remember, she had the unintentional walk, or the intentional walk, to pitcher Jordy Fromm back in the 3rd inning when there was an open base on first to load the bases. That inning, Nebraska scored 3. 6-2, Cornhuskers lead. 2 runners aboard for Emerson Cope, the designated player. First pitch to her is fouled straight back. Cope, the DP today, hasn't been as rock solid in the starting lineup as some of these other players. She's in her 17th start of the season. The junior from Topeka, Kansas, homered against Michigan on Thursday. 2 for 6 in this tournament. The 0-1. Cope swings and misses.
Way too late on the fastball there, Peter. And I mean, she's going to try and deliver again after she had that leadoff base hit to start the Huskers rally. She'll need to shorten up here and try and slow that down that bat.
Nobody out with an 0-2 count. 2 aboard. Pitch to Cope is looped foul into the UCLA dugout on the first base side. Some weird English on that pop fly from Emerson Cope. She stays alive, keeping the count at 0-2. The Nebraska bullpen is quiet. They had some arms warming up back when UCLA was scoring consecutive innings off of Jordy Fromm. But it seems now that it is the 5th-year senior in Fromm that will have the end of this game for the Huskers. Nebraska trying to give her some more insurance here. Emerson Cope batting with an 0-2 count and 2 aboard with nobody out. Here's the pitch. Fouled back again. Emerson Cope putting together a nice at-bat here. And the bottom of this Husker lineup has been pretty good in setting the table for the top of this order. McMillan on second, Bland on first. 0-2 coming. Swung on and missed. Second K of the day for Taylor Tinsley, and it comes in a huge spot. 1 gone in the bottom of the 6th, then a double play will end the inning.
So it's a big strikeout against Cope, who previously had her number first time she came up to the plate, but someone who just had Tinsley's number, Casey Hoffman, got a 2-run blast as revenge after being plunked her first time up.
1 out, 2 aboard for Hoffman, the 8-hitter. Pitch from Tinsley. Taken out her third for strike 1. As you mentioned, Casey Hoffman was hit on the hands in her first at-bat, came back in the 3rd, and she sent a 2-run shot out to right field in the 4th inning where Nebraska scored 2. It's contributed to a 6-2 Nebraska lead here in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-1, taken high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out against the 8-hitter, Casey Hoffman, playing right field today for Nebraska. Hoffman thirding this team in batting average, despite batting in the 8th spot. Senior from Elkhorn, Nebraska. The 1-0, swung on and missed. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes against Casey Hoffman. Tinsley just struck out Emerson Cope, looking to do it again against Casey Hoffman. Wind again blowing out to left. UCLA infielders at double play depth. The 1-2. Grounds at second base. Bragg will go to first to get the force out. Runners do advance. McMillan gets to third. Bland goes to second. Probably the right decision from Kanaya. Bragg fielded that one in the 4-3 hole on the forehand. Goes to first base, and Willery grabs it for the 2nd out. With the bottom of the order at him, that's probably the right call to not try the double play.
I don't think a double play would have been possible. I think if she threw it to second, there would have been no outs on that play and a disaster for the Bruins.
Smart decision from Kanaya Bragg at second. 2 outs now for the 9-hitter, Lauren Kamenzind, who's batting from the right side in a righty-righty matchup. Runners on second and third for the Huskers. The 1 seed leading UCLA by 4. Pitch to Kamenzind, grounded to third. Alejandre picks it up on a couple hops, bounces a throw to first, and it gets in and out of the glove of Willery. McMillan scores from third. Diving back into third safely is Samantha Bland. And Lauren Kamenzind reaches on a huge error from Brie Alejandre.
We had talked earlier about how Alejandre almost booted a throw, and this time comes to collect. That throw just too low for Willery to pick it out, and poor defense has been a problem for the Bruins throughout their tournament run, but so far it hasn't come through to sting. Right now, that might be changing soon.
That's the 3rd error of the day for UCLA. Coach Kelly Inouye Perez is going to step out to the mound. She's going to hug her team in a 7-person huddle with the 4 in the infield, the catcher, the pitcher, and now the head coach. 2 more runs in the inning for Nebraska. They've extended their lead to 5. When they eventually get to the top of the 7th, they'll be just 3 outs away from clinching a Big Ten tournament title. They can still add on more here, though. Runners in the corners. It's Lauren Kamenzind on first after she just reached on that error. Samantha Bland did go from second to third as well. McMillan came home and scored the 7th run for Nebraska. Now the top of the order for Jordy Fromm. Do you consider intentionally walking again? Second base is open, so it would load the bases.
Honestly, Peter, I think you have to go after her. It's already demoralizing that error happened. You don't want to allow an intentional walk, and then more chaos happens.
They do go at her, and the first pitch from Tinsley is a fastball that misses outside. 1-0 the count against Jordy Fromm, one of the best hitters in the country, one of the best players in the country. The reigning Big Ten Player of the Year before she was usurped this season by Jordan Woolery.
And I think she'll live with just being Pitcher of the Year this year, Peter, so still plenty of accolades going her way. But for Fromm, it's a great moment to try and cash in more. I mean, already up 7-2. You know that no lead is safe against the Bruins, so you want to add to it as much as you can.
The 1-0. Fromm takes the ball outside. Jordy Fromm, a couple of years at Oklahoma, now with Nebraska. In the earlier series this year with UCLA, she went 4 for 8 with 3 solo home runs. The 2-0. Ball outside. Count 3 balls, no strikes. So they're not doing the intentional walk that they did back in the third, but it is a 3-0 hole against Fromm. A walk not the worst thing in the world. It loads the bases with 2 outs, force play anywhere. But they'll go at her here. The 3-0 is popped up on the infield. Hooking foul on the right side. Over is the second baseman, Bragg. And she makes a nice sliding play for the 3rd out. Kanaya Bragg's done a really nice job at second base for the Bruins, and a 3-0 swing from Jordy Fromm ends the inning. But Nebraska brings home 2 more. They'll go to the 7th with a 5-run lead with just 3 outs to get to become Big Ten champions on WMUC Sports.
Congratulations, Megan! Woo!
Top of the 7th inning. It's all come down to this in the Big Ten softball tournament. Nebraska Huskers protecting a 7-2 lead over the UCLA Bruins. Jordy Fromm's first pitch to Alexis Ramirez. We popped up sky high. Calling for it, Ava Kuzak. 1 pitch, 1 out, 2 away from a tournament title.
Just such a big moment here for this Nebraska fan base and their players in the field. They won the tournament back in 2022, but to get the double of the regular season champs and the tournament champs, they've never done it before.
That brings up Sujin Berry. Already 1 away. Jordy Fromm kicks, she'll deal. It's a big cut, swing and a miss. That fastball still has plenty of life. Trying to set down UCLA. Fromm is being tasked with going the distance. She pitched a complete game against Michigan. Alexis Jensen took care of Wisconsin yesterday. 0-1 comes in for Fromm. It's going to be taken just outside. A little bit of a half squat for Berry, who will take her paces here. Trying to reset. It's a 1-1 count on the DP. Infield shaded back against her. Outfield also just a few steps shy of the warning track. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch from Fromm is a big swing and a miss, fishing in the dirt on the changeup. 1 strike away from a punch out in the second out of this inning. One, two, looking for strikeout number 7. She'll deal. It's just going to be fouled off, just off the end of the bat. We'll do it one more time. I mean, Peter, the Bruins just seem to be swinging at everything so far.
And it's tough when you're going against Jordy Fromm, who's been rolling as of recently. Just 1 base runner allowed since that 3rd inning was the last run she gave up. And she's rolling so far. She's been here before. She has the experience, just trying to hammer the zone here. Not a lot of pressure with a 5-run lead.
1-2 again. She has her sign. She'll deal. It's going to be taken for a cold strike 3. K number 7 on the day for Jordy Fromm. 1 out away from clinching this championship.
This is why Jordy Fromm came back to Nebraska. The kid from Papillion, Nebraska, spent the first 2 years at Oklahoma, a couple states south, but came back because she wanted to bring her team to a Big Ten tournament championship. She's done everything but this year. Her team's number 2 in the country. They're 45-6. They've only lost 1 conference game all year, and now just 1 more out to get.
So the Bruins will elect to go to a pinch hitter here, turning to Ramsey Suarez. That forces Rhonda Ravel out of the dugout to talk things over with her pitcher and her catcher. Suarez only has 1 at-bat so far in the tournament, but she made it count. A 2-run double, and later came around to score yesterday against Wisconsin. The Bruins' Big Ten season has come down to this. Huskers 1 out away. Fromm has a sign she likes from Farrell. First pitch is swung on and missed. Change up low in the dirt. Already ahead 0-1. Ramsey Suarez, a good hitter in her own right. Typically a bench player for the Bruins. Being tasked with extending this game. The 0-1 from Fromm. Taken low, doesn't make the plate. Count evens up here, 1 apiece.
Nothing changes here if you're Jordy Fromm. You've been good the whole game by attacking the zone, going at every one in this order, 1 through 9, and she's going to keep that strategy going here against Suarez.
1-1 here with 2 away. Huskers up by 5. Fromm will deal. It'll be another swing and a miss. The fastball that time. UCLA down to their last strike. Huskers fans who traveled well all on their feet. The championships come down to this. Ramsey Suarez is ready to go. Jordy Fromm's got a sign she likes. Trying to close out this game. The 1-2 is going to be a big swing and a miss. For the first time since 2022, the Nebraska Huskers are Big Ten tournament champions. They've gone the distance. The first time in school history as the number 1 seed in the Big Ten. They go all the way. They take down Michigan. They take down Indiana. And they take down the 3-seeded Bruins to go all the way and clinch their spot in the NCAA tournament. They did it in style, scoring the most runs in a championship game since 2018. It's the 8th complete game of the season for Jordy Fromm, the Big Ten Pitcher of the Year, bared down and got the job done, powering the Huskers to a huge win, their 2nd Big Ten title in school history, as they'll start to high-five the Bruins who have lined up here. It's the 2nd straight year where UCLA falls in the championship game by a score of 7-2 this time. Huskers got the job done. Wow, what a finish, Peter.
What a finish indeed. What a fun game between 2 of the top teams, not just in the Big Ten, but in the sport. Nebraska gets it done. They do the double, regular season and tournament champions, with 3 really solid games back from their pitching performances. Jordy Fromm in games 1 and 3, Alexis Jensen in game 2 yesterday. One of the best staffs in the country propels the Cornhuskers to the Big Ten championship on the other side, UCLA, than they were anticipating. But both of these teams will be in the tournament. Both of these teams will be hosting. UCLA on the line of hosting an 8 or 9 seed. Maybe they'll be hosting a super, maybe not. But Nebraska will be a top 3 seed more than likely. So these teams have a chance to meet again down the stretch. But in any event, this is not the end of either of their seasons. Just excited to see these teams keep playing well into May and hopefully into June. See some Big Ten representation in Omaha.
Coach Rhonda Ravel gets her claps in order. Coach of the Year powers her team to their second Big Ten title. The Huskers finish their year 24-1 in the Big Ten. Just an astounding feat. One of the best programs in the country, who now get to celebrate closing out the first ever Big Ten softball tournament hosted at the University of Maryland. The Huskers got the job done. Now they're ready to celebrate. Championship hats are coming out onto the field. Such an exciting moment for them. And on behalf of my partner Peter Kelly, myself, it's been just a privilege and an honor to be able to share this coverage on WMUC Sports all tournament long. The Huskers were the 1 seed. They powered their way through, and now they go home with a title, looking ahead to the NCAA tournament. We thank you for listening in on this Saturday afternoon. Have a great rest of your weekend. Huskers win it 7-2 over the Bruins.